Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for race 36 of 36 in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series for 2012, the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Without further ado, let's take a look at the starting lineup. With his second Coors Light pole of 2012, it's going to be Joey Logano in the Red Beacon Home Depot Toyota for Joe Gibbs. This is going to be his last race in that car before Matt Kenseth takes it over. Alongside him, Marcus Ambrose, the Watkins Glen winner earlier in the year. Starting third, Brad Keselowski must finish 15th, assuming a win from Jimmy Johnson and maximum points in order to clinch his first Sprint Cup championship. And 1 year removed from that 2011 battle with Tony Stewart, it's Carl Edwards filling out row number 2. Row number 3, Eric Almirola ensures both RPM Fords will start in the top 5. And Clint Bowyer, both he and his 15 team made headlines after Jeff Gordon retaliated against the 15, taking him out of championship contention. He would still be in it, perhaps, had that not occurred. Row number 4 features a pair of Toyotas, Martin Truex Jr. from Mayetta, New Jersey, Bowyer's teammate at Michael Waltrip Racing, and Kyle Busch would sit 4th in the chase at the present moment if he had beaten out Jeff Gordon months ago for the last wildcard spot in Richmond. And rounding out the top 10, Mark Martin and another Michael Waltrip Toyota, happy to announce he'll return next year to that 55. And Jimmy Johnson, the multiple-time series champion, chasing yet another title, trying to beat Brad Keselowski. It's a long shot, he's 20 points behind. On the inside of row 6, racing in his 471st and final Cup event for Roush Racing, Matt Kenseth in the 17, the 2007 winner of this event, and Casey Kane in the number 5 Hendrick Chevrolet third place pointsman was the pole sitter here in 2006 and 2010. Row number 7, Greg Biffle, the 3-time consecutive winner of this race in 04, 05, and 06, and Jamie McMurray for Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. His team recently announced they will use Hendrick engines starting next year. There's Jeff Gordon, the other end of that Phoenix altercation last week. The 4-time series champ still, believe it or not, has not won at this track. Hopes to change that. He's carrying a special 20th anniversary scheme for his longtime sponsor DuPont, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., his Hendrick teammate, alongside him in 16, debuting the 2013 scheme for the National Guard car. Inside of row number 9, Sam Hornish Jr., one of only 2 Dodge Chargers in this field, as the manufacturer will make their exit from the sport after this race. And alongside him, the leader of the empire, Paul Menard in the bright yellow 27 Chevrolet. Row 10, 19th and 20th. On the inside will be Ryan Newman in the 39, runner-up here in 05 and 07 back when he was driving the 12 for Penske Racing. He'll be driving his last race in the U.S. Army colors. And then it's Trevor Bayne, the 2011 Daytona 500 winner in the Wood Brothers 21. In 21st spot, hoping to end this season better than he started it, Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42. And on his outside, David Stremme in the Swan Energy Toyota. Quite the story on the inside of row number 12, Kevin Harvick in the 29, even with the rumors abound that he would go to Stewart-Haas Racing in 2014, won the race at Phoenix last week. On his outside, Regan Smith will run the Nationwide Series full-time for Junior Motorsports next year. There's Michael McDowell. He finished 4th in a Grand Am race here in 2006, and Kurt Busch, the winner of the very first finale to take place at Homestead back in 2002. 27th and 28th behind them, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He'll be taking over the 17th from Kenseth next year and going for the Rookie of the Year title. And then it's Casey Mears, the man who nearly won here in 2005. Mike Bliss and Landon Castle on a couple of Toyotas. Bliss will be making his 7th Homestead start. And Castle's car sporting a slightly new look. He and the entire Burger King team are celebrating the 55th anniversary of the Whopper tonight. Dave Blaney starts 31st in Tommy Baldwin Chevrolet, and Bobby Labine, the 2000 Series champion, surprise winner of this race in 2003, starting 32nd. Jeff Burton and David Reagan 33rd and 34th. Burton has 3 top 10s here. Here's Tony Stewart, 3-time Series champion and the only driver to have won a Winston Cup, a Nextel Cup, and a Sprint Cup. Won the first 2 Homestead races in 1999 and 2000. In 36, alongside him, Josh Wise in the MDS 26 for Front Row Motorsports. David Reutimann on the inside of row 19 makes his last race in a number 10 car. Travis Kvapil in the 2nd BK Toyota. In row number 20, J.J. Yaley in the Larry Gunselman Chevrolet. His team has an alliance with Tommy Baldwin's operation. And the Front Row Motorsports 38 of David Gilliland. Starting in row 21, and the 2 provisional spots, Denny Hamlin, the 2009 Homestead winner, who had problems in qualifying, and Ken Schrader in the fast lane 32 Ford, whose best finish here so far is 22nd. And rounding out the field in the R3 Motorsport Chevrolet, Scott Riggs from Bahama, North Carolina, the 2003 Nationwide Series Rookie of the Year. And so we move on to the 4 drivers that failed to make the field this week. Reed Sorensen, the former Nationwide Series standout, was booted from Turner Motorsports halfway through last season. Stephen Lighton, the 33, for Joe Falk's operation. Jason Leffler from Long Beach, California. Joe Nemechek in his cell-phoned AM/FM Energy Toyota, the number 87. And there's the starting lineup for the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Enjoy the race, and good luck to Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, and all of the other competitors out there.